Hello, my friends, my people, my family, vacuum collectors and savers alike. This is Luke the Vacuum Saver tuning back in with you for another video. How's it been, everybody? Yes, I've missed you all. I've missed you all dearly. Yes, it's been about 3 weeks since I've posted an actual long vacuum video for all of you. Now, yes, I've been keeping my word with the shorts. I've been keeping them coming to you. But it's about time that I give you another long video to enjoy the rest of your weekend. So grab the popcorn, grab your girlfriend, your boyfriend if you're fortunate enough to have one, and watch these video and go on an adventure with these vacuums of how they were saved. Now, this will be episode number 73, the heartmending comeback edition of Vacuum Saved. The heartmending comeback edition of Vacuum Saved. This is episode, I believe, 72 or 73. So I'm very grateful and blessed to have all of you here. I hope it is going great for you. Now, let's talk a little bit about these in just a moment here, but if this is your first video with me, my name is Luke the Vacuum Saver. I clean these out for people in need for free and donate them to a secondhand store that sells them for a great price, or I'll sell them myself. But I'm actually thinking about one of these days, if I find a community yard sale somewhere, or if I find a table in a flea market somewhere, and actually just start expanding my business a little bit and start to sell these for a very good price, as I know what they are worth. Understand one thing about these vacuums, ladies and gentlemen, that I restore them. They are old, beat up, and used when I get them, and then I completely restored them from the ground up. And it's a very humbling thing that I get to do every week, and I'm so blessed to be able to do that for all of you. So I'm so happy you were with me today, and thank you for watching this video with me. Yeah, and if this is your first video with me, we are going to do an introduction, which is what we are in now. I'll have a moment of silence for what these vacuums went through in just a moment here, but yeah, it's gonna be a really great video. So first of all, I'm gonna introduce the machines, then we'll have a moment of silence, and then I'll bring them out to the carpet right about here, where my finger is pointing, and then we will talk a little bit about each vacuum, and then we will, once we are finished talking about each vacuum a little bit, we'll put them back in the position where they are now. We'll unwind their cores, we'll fire them up, we'll give them a test run up and down the carpet here. So I'm very excited to present these to you, and it is Monday morning, so happy brand new week to all of you. I hope this week goes grand for you, as all you viewers are grand people for actually putting up with my videos on YouTube. So, and I greatly appreciate it, because I know not everybody likes vacuums and has a passion as much as I do for them, and it's quite sad to say that, but I'm one of the few and one of the proud that actually helps restore these, and have done this for 11 strong years now. Yes, you heard me correctly, 11 strong years as of 2025. So I have been super grateful and blessed for every vacuum that's come through the door, whether how much I hated it or how much I loved it. It was still a part of the journey that God knew I was supposed to be on. So yeah, and here I am producing videos 3 years later for you guys. So what do you say we have a grand old time? Monday, fresh start, right foot, right? So let's start with the right hand side. So I actually like the way I speak and make you guys entertained a little bit. So right here on your right hand side, we have a Hoover Wind Tunnel Platinum Plus. Wait a second, let's walk into the light. There we go, a Hoover Wind Tunnel Platinum Plus. Commercial vacuum, 5.5 amp motor, and you won't believe what was going on the insides with it. Just stand by for story time. I promise it's going to be a fun one for you. You won't believe what was in that vacuum. And you also won't believe what was in that lint house if you go watch that video. That was a really interesting story time. a very interesting story time. So I'm so grateful and blessed that I got to do that for all of you guys. Now, let's have a look at the collection here. Take a look at how many vacuums I have in total. This is how many I've donated over the years, okay? I had up to 21 vacuums in here before, okay? That was a migraine, I get it. Vacuums, not carpet cleaners, vacuums. So I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. And, wait, 6, counting that Auric, and 7, that Eureka. So we got 7 vacuums left, and 2 new ones just came in the door. So, they're not part of the family yet until they are fixed. But they are in, officially. So, welcome to the family, to all you new vacuums right there. And you're going to be getting saved this week. That would be this hot rod staring us in the face, the Bissell Clean View 2, and a Dirt Devil MVP. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Somebody's looking out for you. Luke the Vacuum Saver channel. So, yeah, those 2 might be in a video this week. I don't know. Shh. Let's keep that top secret until it happens. But anyhow, that is your Hoover Wind Tunnel Platinum Plus. Plus a side of the vacuum collection. But you know what? Getting off topic is just the fun of the video sometimes, am I right? Now, let's talk about something that is beautiful yellow, just like God's color staring us in the face. So, this is a Eureka the Boss Enviro Vac. Here, I'll spin its dirt container around here for you so you can see that. There you go. The Eureka the Boss Enviro Vac. Look at how beautiful this thing turned out. And this one, for Pete's sakes. Wait till you hear what's going on with that one. You're going to be surprised. And this one, quite frankly, too. If you've been watching the shorts, you've seen the before and after pictures. They get pretty crazy with these vacuums. Oh, new equipment update. This right here is a 16-gallon shop vac with a 6-horsepower motor. I saved up my money and bought this for my business, as I'm doing up to 5 to 6 vacuums every week now. So it's getting crazy, guys. So I had to get something quick, as my motors were going bad on my other shop vacs, and yeah, it just wasn't good. And I was pretty down at the time, and then that shop vac and all of these vacuums that I restore for all of you just let me right back up into a happy zone. So let's have our moment of silence for all that these vacuums went through to be here with you today. Thank you. That was the moment of silence and I did that as a remembrance of their past life, that the past life is gone. They have officially been breathed into the brand new life, where there will be maintained and respected vacuums before they leave me. That's the point, before they leave me. And so I'm very excited for these ones. And what do you say we get started with a story time today? So, right foot, brand new week, right start. Monday, right. Okay, let's start with the right hand side here. And boy, oh boy, this Hoover is waving hello to you, isn't it? So, well, hello back to you, Hoover. Alright, so this, my friends, my people, my family, vacuum savers, vacuum lovers, vacuum collectors alike. Hello. How are we all doing tonight? So, this is my Hoover Wind Tunnel Platinum Plus vacuum cleaner. This is a 5.5 amp motor. Yes, a 5.5 amp motor commercial vacuum. Now, I am super excited to have this vacuum, as I have wanted one since I've been a little kid, in this particular model, because I noticed it on TV and it just caught my eye. I mean, what vacuum didn't catch our eyes as little kids because it was so cool and because we haven't seen something like it. That was this vacuum for me. Now, this was rough to see it in the condition that it showed up in. If you've been watching the shorts, I have this one on there. So, if you didn't go check that out before this video, I definitely recommend you do go check it out and watch that till the end of the short. It's like 30 seconds or something like that, and you can just enjoy the journey of how it was brought back. I do that with every vacuum I do now, so it's really, really special what I get to do for all these vacuums, and it's all because of people like you that keep me going with this, so I appreciate it dearly, and I might have another video as soon as Wednesday or Thursday for you guys this week, so just hold tight. Have a good start to your work week, and I certainly got to get to work on my babies up here. and of course I'm a full-time self-employed mowing client, mowing employee, so of course I'm a little bit busier than I should be, and don't give enough time to these vacuums half the time, but you know what? I'm growing up in life, and also big exciting new video coming out. I'm going to have an introduction to the channel where you're finally going to get to see my face, and we'll talk all about what this channel is all about. And I know I was supposed to do that 3 years ago, but I was pretty camera shy and had a bad time in my life, so I didn't really feel like doing that. But now that I'm at the highest point, it seems like, because I'm so happy with everything, I might as well film it. So one of these days this week that video will be coming for you, so I hope you enjoy that one, and I can't wait to get it on with this one. So this Hoover Wind Tunnel Platinum Plus has a 5.5 amp motor. Now keep in mind this nice shiny little bag door right here didn't even have a bag in it when I got it. Yep, didn't even have a bag. Now it does. You ready for this? Watch what this bag can do. You ready? Yes, sir. She goes the whole way down. Big plus with this vacuum for me. And this does have a 37.5-foot cord, so it's massive. So I'm definitely super excited to be running this for all of you today. And look, it's got a brand new bag in it, and a completely restored brush roll, everything else in between. So I'm very happy to report that this vacuum is fully restored and ready to run for you. So let's zoom this back up. Now I want to show you real quick before I wrap that up. Actually, I'm going to show you where the clog was. 1 second, folks. There we go. So the clog was right up here where this cardboard piece is. That's where the vacuum bag goes in, and that was full of dirt, and it was actually so full, in fact, that I'll actually flip the vacuum over for a second and show you where all the dirt was hiding with this one. That's what made this one so bad for me to save. Actually, it was quite sad. So excuse me there. So anyhow, this under here, watch from my fingers pointing like right there. I'm not kidding. That was completely filled with dirt. This was completely packed, completely brown. You couldn't even tell that this was here. Now, I'm going to show you how bad the clog was on this vacuum. We'll flip the vacuum back over in a second to check its model number. But it went from this inlet down here, okay? Then if I pick this vacuum up, there you go. So it went from right about here, came the whole way down, around here, and straight up this hose, right to where this upper cord clip is, right there. That's how big that clog was. Took me 1 hour and 27 minutes to clean that out with about 3 shop vacs and multiple crevice tools, pliers, a screwdriver, you name it. I had to use it with this one. Definitely one of the worst vacuums I've had in a while. And this thing was actually throwing debris out like it was confetti at a prom dance. and that's no joke. This was literally throwing stuff everywhere, but now that this vacuum has a completely brand new bag and is restored and it's ready to go, it actually purrs like a kitten now when it vacuums the carpet. Now this is a 5.5 amp motor. This is not a 8 amp motor like the Oryx. So let's actually check out its model number together. Model, there it is, model UH310. Okay, UH30010. So yeah, there it is. Hoover Floor Care. Wow. Oh, there it is. Distributed by Hoover in Glen Willow, Ohio. Never knew that. Eureka is somewhere in Illinois. I remember that for sure. Now, I am so excited to run this vacuum for you guys, and I hope you guys are just as excited to see it as I am excited to show it to you. Now I will give you a notice that this does have 2 speeds on it. Now, I'll tell you what, this power button, when I plug it in, it's going to glow blue, and it looks really cool. Now, this bag check right here that you see, that lights up red. If your bag is either full or not on at all. The previous owner just ignored that bag check, as I just described to you. So, that wasn't a good sign at all, and I was understandably upset about it, as any normal vacuum owner would be. So, and look at how nice it just looks put together back here. Here's the handle release on it. Just zoom across the carpet. Yep. So this is going to be really, really, really great. So I'm super excited to get this going for you here, and that is story time for the Hoover. Now let's bring out the Eureka. This is equally as sad as the Hoover was, but she still deserves the same attention. So here is the Eureka the Boss Enviro Vac. My friends, my people, my family, how we all doing? This is episode 72, the Mending Comeback Edition of Vacuum Saved. This is a Eureka the Boss Enviro Vac by Eureka. Now, this is very similar to Eureka the Boss Capture. The only difference is, a few differences actually, is one thing you'll notice is it has standard Eureka wheels. The Eureka the Boss Capture actually had rollerblade wheels, and I actually had one of those on one of the very, very, very early days of my vacuum saving biz. Maybe I even put that one on YouTube. A long time ago. That would have been a long time ago, guys. If I find that video before I upload this one, I'll let you know which episode that was. But this is this one right here, and I'm very blessed to have it. It's very light and it's powerful. Believe me, I'm super excited to show you this one. And this bin was completely caked in dust, and the only reason somebody threw this perfectly good vacuum out, okay, you ready for this, was the only reason that they threw this vacuum out was these screws right here, okay, those are my screws, okay, they actually broke the screw out of the system and this handle was taped to it when I picked it up. This handle was taped to it, hanging off the side, along with the cord. That's how bad this vacuum was when I picked it up. I couldn't believe it. I got it home. It was completely stuffed. The plastic brush roll-on plastic plate wasn't functioning properly. And, of course, somebody decides to put a Bissell Style 7 belt on this. Now, most belts are very flexible and stretchy, don't get me wrong. But I'm going to show you on the back of this vacuum. It has what kind of belts and filters you need to purchase for it. So let's read this together so that this mistake doesn't happen for you. For optimum performance for Eureka, okay? Your external Eureka the Boss U-belt. You are to replace that every 12 months, and that belt sits right here. A Eureka the Boss U-belt. Now, on the filter, that is this right here. That is a DCF20 filter by Eureka. You are to replace that every 6 months. So, please and thank you for keeping your vacuum at its healthiest peak performance. So, yeah, this was definitely a scary vacuum to pick up. And, as you notice, there was quite a good bit of rust right down here on the plate underneath of it, of course, where the belt sits, because it was spinning at such a high RPM with the wrong belt. God only knows how it lasted that long before it came to me that night and decided to go croak. So, then of course I have to run to the store and paid over $35 for assorted bags and belts and everything else in between and whatnot. So, yeah, this was, I'm telling you guys, this is pretty insane how much I work on these half the time. So, yeah, I'm very excited to be showing this one to you guys. So, this is the Eureka the Boss Enviro Vac. And I'm glad that you have stayed to this part of the video. If you have, maybe drop a little vacuum emoji down there. So, yeah. And I love vacuums just as much as all you do, as you guys are clearly showing my channel. So, alright. Let's start with the, which one would you guys like to start with tonight? I'll let you pick. Would you like to do the Hoover Platinum Plus first? Or would you like to do the Eureka the Boss Enviro Vac first? Your choice. Okay, I like that decision. Okay, we'll do the Enviro Vac first, no problem. So, let's go ahead and get him unwrapped, and we'll get started with him. Good choice. Because boy, does she run just as nice as the Hoover. So, I'm very excited to show this one to you first. So this is a Eureka the Boss Enviro Vac. Coming right up. That's enough cord to get us up and down the carpet a couple times. And I have a tendency to unwrap the cord with these vacuums. So, I need to quit doing that. But it happens. So, we're going to make a couple quick up and down passes on the rug here. So, yeah. This guy is ready to go for all of you. So, here we go with a Eureka the Boss Enviro Vac. We're going to run this up and down the carpet just a couple passes. I'm actually going to readjust this for, it's good for optimum performance. We'll see how it does on its respective section here. But I'm going to give you a test fire first in 3, 2, 1. Wait, did you say you were hungry for a vacuum test? Already? Well, okay, what am I doing? Let's give you a vacuum test in 3, 2, 1. Boy, she's nice, isn't she, ladies and gentlemen? And look at that, there's actually dirt sitting in the dustbin. That's a great sign. And wow. For as bad in condition as it was, that wasn't bad. I'm actually quite pleased with that. Now, let's see, can the Hoover beat it out of the park like Michael Jackson? Or will this Eureka put it to sleep? What's your bet? In the comments sections down below. So, let's wrap this guy up. And I'll get you started in just a moment here with the Hoover, which I'm very excited to show to you guys. So, thank you for all the love and support that you've given this channel. It means the world to me, as I mentioned before. Without you guys, I'm not sure where I would be. My channel would still be at very low views. That's where I would be. So, here we go. We're going to fire this guy up. This one's done. So, let's start with the Hoover. Alright. This is a quite long cord too. This does have a 35-foot cord. So I'm quite impressed with that. But thank God it is not long as the Lynn House's cord at 54 feet. If I was to, like I said, that Lynn House's cord is just absolutely nuts. If I would plug that in my office, in my house, it's a ranch, so it's completely one floor. And if I was able to plug that in my office, I could vacuum my entire house on one plug. So, well, this would be a close second, so let's plug him in. And that power button is on, and it's saying, come on over, come on over. I don't bite. Alright, so, alright, as I showed you, that power switch is going to light up. So, you say we let her have a test run here. Just going to give her a quick little test fire. And by the way, when you plug the vacuum in, this blue light is going to light up every time, just to show you where the power switch is. And I think it's set on low, but if it's set on high, I'll hit it real quick. You'll see. So let's turn it on. It was on high. Woo! How about that for a restored vacuum? Well, what do you say? We give her a nice little test run up and down the carpet here. So, let's do this. I'll get behind the vacuum and let's have some fun. Alright, here comes the Hoover Wind Tunnel Platinum Plus. We're going to fire this up in 3, 2, and 1. And this is on the low setting right now. And as you see, it is doing a great job of picking up this mess. Look at that, it just gently glides in my hand. Look at that, a couple fingers. Okay. Now let's try something a little more challenging. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to flip it into the high mode for this embedded pile of dirt here. You ready? So there's what it sounds like on high. One pass. That's how fast that vacuum sucked that spot up. here's that speed setting one more time. So this is low. Okay, so move down one that's high. Low. High. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? So as I switch here, see it's on low. When push the button, it's on high. How about that? Look at how nice that did on its side. So, and boy, the Eureka did quite nice as well. So, wait, we missed a spot over here. Uh-oh. I think our buddy, the Hoover, can get that. Alright, that's truly enough for that vacuum. But I hope all of you have enjoyed this video with me this evening. So, yeah, that is the wrap up for this one. As you guys see, boy, that one is nice now that it's all restored. Brand new fresh bag. That's what taking proper care of these vacuums does for you, doesn't it? Boy, did you hear how nice and smooth that sounded? That's what I like to hear on a vacuum. I don't know about you, but that is soothing. Like, that is like ASMR soothing. Like, that's incredible. So, excuse me one last time there. Alright, let's give a wrap up of these. Okay, so, my final thoughts on these two are that they are very powerful. They're very lightweight. And boy, and when I say powerful, I quite literally mean it. Because look at that. They both left an equally spotless carpet. And it just goes to prove that when you have, and then when you give a vacuum tender loving care, it will do the job it is expected to. This has been Luke the Vacuum Saver, and thank you for watching. I'll catch you next time.